Humza Yusef is racist and has one agenda, and that is division. We've seen it with his racist rant in Scottish Parliament, taking aim at white people, and now he has came out ranting and actively supporting terrorism in a recent demonstration. This has caused outrage and has got Britons thinking, why we have to put with these people. Before we get into the rant, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. So here he is speaking yesterday at demonstration. Check the clip.
Here, enough is enough. Issue the arrest warrant for Netanyahu, get him on trial, and let's hold him to account. My friends, I end, because I know I've painted a very bleak picture, but I end with some hope. And the hope is this. The hope we must take is from the people of Palestine and Lebanon themselves. They have faced injustice after injustice for decades, and yet look at the strength and the resilience they have shown. And let me give a special shout out to every single journalist in Gaza who risks their life in order to bring us the truth. And so we stand here, gathered in our hundreds of thousands, in solidarity and defiance, but also to bear witness to the atrocities and the crimes that have been committed. And we resolve on this day, at this, the most sacred of places, in this month, on this day and this hour, that we will work every single day tirelessly to fight against the injustices the Palestinian people face. And if we do that, then I have no doubt that we will see the day, the sweet and the glorious day.
Britons haven't taken too kindly to this, and here are some of the responses. One user said, "What annoys me is this absolute fool has no idea about the history of Lebanon or the atrocities that have been carried out by Muslims against the Lebanese Christians. He seems to ignore this fact when preaching about the rights of the people. Islam is a violent and hypocritical religion that has failed to modernize and reflect on all the atrocities carried out in its name." This user said, "Look at the hate on his face. Same as Khan's. Vile people." This guy said, "Issue an arrest warrant for Humza Yusef for support of terrorism." Jerry said, "If idiots like him cared about Lebanese people, they would want Hezbollah out of there. If he cared about Palestinians, he would want Hamas eradicated. He doesn't care. He just hates." Russ said, "He was shit at leading Scotland, as the majority of Scots see him for the useless shit that he is. Now he's trying to be the leader of this lot, who have a collective IQ of a goldfish. He's a terrorist, sympathetic racist. This guy is a genuine racist. What are your thoughts on this insufferable person? Let me know in the comments." In other news, Sue Gray has resigned from her position as Downing Street Chief of Staff. The former civil servant has been the Prime Minister's top aide in number 10 since Labour's general election victory in July. Downing Street has confirmed that she will take on a new government role as envoy for regions and nations. Prime Minister Keir Starmer thanked her for her work, saying she will play a vital role in strengthening our relations with the regions and nations. In a written statement, Keir said, "I want to thank Sue for all the support she has given me, both in opposition and government, and her work to prepare us for government and get us started on our programme of change. Sue has played a vital role in strengthening our relations with the regions and nations. I am delighted that she will continue to support that work." In the statement, Gray said, "I am pleased to have accepted a new role as the Prime Minister's envoy for the regions and nations." After leading the Labour Party's preparation for government and kick-starting work on our programme for change, I am looking forward to drawing on my experience to support the Prime Minister and the Cabinet to help deliver the government's objectives across the nations and regions of the UK. In addition to building a close partnership with devolved governments, I am delighted this new role will mean continuing to work alongside and support the Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, the Cabinet and the Mayors on English devolution. She added, "It has been an honour to take on the role of Chief of Staff, and to play my part in the delivery of a Labour government. Throughout my career, my first interest has always been public service. However, in recent weeks, it has become clear to me that intense commentary around my position risked becoming a distraction to the government's vital work of change. It is for that reason I have chosen to stand aside, and I look forward to continuing to support the Prime Minister in my new role. Sir Keir's chief advisor and former Labour General Election Campaign Director Morgan McSweeney will replace Sue Gray as Downing Street Chief of Staff. Nin Pandit, Director of the Downing Street Policy Unit, has been appointed Principal Private Secretary. Downing Street also said former Deputy Political Editor at the Daily Mirror James Lyons will join to head up a new strategic communications team. A Conservative Party spokesperson has described Downing Street as being in chaos. They said in a statement, "In fewer than 100 days, Sir Keir Starmer's Labour government has been thrown into chaos. He has lost his Chief of Staff, who has been at the centre of the scandal the Labour Party has been engulfed by." Sue Gray was brought in to deliver a programme for government, and all we've seen in that time is a government of self-service. The only question that remains is, who will run the country now? Meanwhile, Sue Gray's departure is the result of vicious Labour infighting, a Conservative Party leadership hopeful has claimed. Newark MP Robert Jenrick said, "Fewer than 100 days in, and this Labour government is in complete disarray. Starmer is without a national security advisor, private secretary, and the most senior civil servant has sped up his exit. Now, his hand-picked Chief of Staff has been forced out by vicious Labour infighting. This government is in free fall." Lastly, a tornado warning has been issued for 6 areas of the UK, with Britons bracing for hail and lightning as storm clouds move in from the Atlantic. The alert, issued by the Tornado and Storm Research Organisation, affects parts of England and the Channel Islands. The areas at risk include South West England, Central South England, South East England, South Midlands, parts of East Anglia, and the Channel Islands. Forecasters warn of potential travel chaos on Sunday evening as the severe weather system approaches. Gale force winds up to 55 miles per hour are expected to sweep across the country, accompanied by heavy rainfall in some areas. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. I want to say a quick thank you for all the support on this channel. We are growing very fast and are getting closer to our goal of 100,000 subscribers. We want to spread the news that the mainstream media refuses to show. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.